Don't mind the cat. He's fine. Ever wonder what separates the seasoned cruisers from the amateurs? Master these cruise etiquette rules to ensure smooth sailing every time. In this video, we're going to explore the key do's and don'ts of etiquette, particularly cruise etiquette that is essential for any traveler looking to enjoy a seamless and stress-free journey. We're going to uncover the rules and tips that prevent common faux pas, ensuring that you and your fellow passengers have an enjoyable and respectful experience on board. Whether you're a cruise veteran or embarking on your first adventure, these insights will help you navigate the social seas with ease and confidence. Now stay tuned until the end to uncover a crucial etiquette tip that could make all the difference in creating lasting, positive connections with your fellow cruisers. So why cruise etiquette? What is that about? I know I'm gonna have some people push back on me for doing this video because it's my vacation. I can do whatever I want. And while you're not wrong, you're also not right, in my opinion. Cruise etiquette is not about diminishing your fun. Cruise etiquette is about not infringing on somebody else's fun for your sake. Let's go through this list and hopefully you'll get my point, my reason for creating this. It's not about stopping you from having fun. It's about allowing everybody to enjoy their cruise. Dining room etiquette. Arrive on time for your seating. Dress according to that evening's attire guideline. Why does it matter if you show up on time? Well, if you have a reservation, just like a restaurant reservation on land, if you have a reservation at a certain time and you don't show up for it on time, they have every right to give your table away to somebody else. Okay. Now, if you're doing like my time dining where you show up, you put your name in, you're on the wait list and you get seated, yeah, then whatever, do whatever you want. Nothing worse than when this happens. And it happens every cruise we go on. At least one time on every cruise, we hear a couple or a group yelling at a maitre d' at a specialty dining restaurant because they paid for their reservation and they should be seated. And the maitre d' is saying, well, ma'am, you booked a 6:30 reservation and it's now 8 o'clock and you're just showing up. We don't have seating for you. Now, ultimately, they find them a seating and they squeeze them in at 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, but that's just rude. If that's how you roll, whatever, but arrive on time. Show them that common courtesy. You booked the time. You chose the time. And even if you're in the main dining room, you chose early seating or late seating. If you can't make it on time, fine. Eat at the buffet. Eat at one of the casual places. But they set up these tables. They set up the seating based on 2 people, 4 people, 8 people at a table, and it's not fair to them. It's not fair to the rest of the guests who wanted early seating, but you booked it and then decided to not show. Well, that's just kind of rude. Dressing according to the evening's attire guideline. This is a very controversial topic. Personally, your lack of decorum does not affect my good time. So if you want to try to come to the main dining room on formal night in t-shirts, shorts, and flip-flops, have at it. Personally, I think you're a moron. And I know I'm going to catch flack for that one, and I apologize. You're not a moron. It just, to me, the experience of a lot of people together enjoying themselves, and they're dressed up. It's a little bit formal. It's a little bit more fun. But you do you. Volume in public spaces. This one bothers me to no end, on land as well as is on the ocean. Why do you feel the need to have a phone conversation on speaker in the middle of, a bar or a restaurant where there's 100 other people around? Why? I don't get that. Use your inside voice, take them off speaker, put the phone to your ear so that we don't have to listen to your conversation. It doesn't matter to me. Nobody else needs to know your business. Or get up and walk out into the hallway. Get up and walk out onto the deck. Something, it's to me, this isn't just cruise etiquette. This is all public spaces. I don't understand that. Another thing about volume in public spaces. Carnival recently changed their policy on Bluetooth speakers. And I'm curious to see if they're actually going to enforce it. But according to the new rule, you're not allowed to have them. You're not allowed to listen to them in at the pool or out on the open deck. You want to use them in your room? Have at it. But they're saying that they're going to ask you to turn them off, and if you don't, they're going to confiscate them. We'll see if that happens or not, but I applaud them for that. You got earbuds, you got headphones. Why do I have to listen to your music? Why should you have to listen to my music? Let's all just have a good time. Put your headphones on. Remember, you're not the only person on the cruise ship, is arguably the point there. Elevator etiquette. This one drives my wife absolutely batty, and I don't disagree with her. Elevator etiquette in any elevator anywhere in the U.S. I can't speak about the world because I've only been on elevators in other parts of the world a couple times. When those doors open, allow the passengers that are inside the elevator to get off the elevator before you try to get on. How hard is that? You're trying to come in. They're trying to come out. Nobody's going anywhere. The doors don't close. Take a deep breath. Count to 10. They want to get off the elevator and go about their business. Wait for them to do it. It's not that difficult. Deck chairs. Please, for the love of all that is good and holy, be a conscientious sunbather. If you reserve a deck chair, use it. Please. Don't reserve it at 5, 6, 7 in the morning and then not come out and use it until 3 in the afternoon. That's just rude, and there's no need for it. There are plenty of deck chairs. Personally, it doesn't bother me because I don't like sitting on top of the pool. There's way too many screaming kids running around, splashing other people for me to want to be that close. I prefer to be back a ways, but I know that this is a pretty controversial point for a lot of people, and I understand why. Yeah, if you're going to use it, great. Get out there and reserve it whenever you want, but if you're, getting up and going to have breakfast and then going to gamble and then maybe, or like noontime, you want to come out and use a chair, that's just really rude. A lot of the cruise lines are starting to really enforce time limits on that. Anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes of your deck chair not being used, they're grabbing your stuff and securing it and letting somebody else take that chair, and I applaud them for that. Oh, sunscreen. Now, this one really isn't so much etiquette as just preserving yourself. A lot of people go on Caribbean cruises. Caribbean cruises, the sun is, I don't know what the right word is, more intense than wherever you come from, but we're not used to it. So we think, okay, we can put sunscreen on in the morning, splash and play in the pool for 8 hours, and it should protect us that whole time. Yeah, no. Every 2 hours, every hour, 2 hours, put more sunscreen on. Please, for your own safety, for your own lack of discomfort the rest of the week. Put it on twice as much as you think you need to. General pool protocol or general pool etiquette, rinse, they've all got showers around the pools. Rinse yourself off before entering into the water. Why do we do that? Well, the less stuff in the water besides water, the more fun it is for everybody else. And if we're all going in dirty, or not even dirty, but if we're all going in with all of these dust and minuscule bits of this and that, it gunks up the pool, and just rinse off real quick before you get in the water. Are you curious about an etiquette secret that ensures a smooth interaction at every turn? Keep watching because it's coming up. Respect the crew and the staff. I do not understand why people feel it is their right to be cruel and belittle these people. They're working their butts off for you. Yes, they're getting paid for it, but they're working their butts off. 14, 16, 18-hour days, 6 days on, 1 day off, if day off. They're catering to 10, 20, 50 people a day and their individual whims and desires. Be nice. Good morning, how are you? Thank you. Have a great day. It's not that challenging. You don't need to be mean or belittle them or be disrespectful to them. If you respect them, they're going to be in a better mood. If they're in a better mood, they're going to serve all of us better. Be patient. Cruise ships have 2,000 to 7,000 guests on them at any given time. It's going to get busy. There are going to be lines. Take a deep breath and relax. If you really can't stand the wait, go do something else and come back later. Keep the corridors and the stairs clear. Please, for the love of all that is good and holy, stop sprawling out and laying across the stairs. It's a safety hazard. If I don't see you and I'm coming down the stairs or going up the stairs and you're laying there, I'm going to step on you and both of us are going to go tumbling down, and it's not going to be a good thing for either of us. Keep the stairs clear. Don't sit on them. They're not seats, they're stairs. Corridors. If you need a stroller, or not a stroller, a mobile scooter, if you can, bring it in your room. Those hallways, those corridors are not that wide. Your luggage, well, obviously, luggage the day you get on board and the day before you get off, they need to be, out in the hallway. Besides that, don't leave them laying around the corridor. It's not safe. Please don't run. Those corridors, those floors are not meant for running. You're going to fall down, you're going to crash into somebody, and nobody's going to have a good day. Look, we're on vacation. Parents, walk with your children. Don't let them run around. Just because you're on vacation does not mean you stop being a parent. Courtesy in the buffet line. Holy cow, this is a huge one. Don't cut in line. Wait your turn. There's stations. The line starts on one end and you go through from one end to the other. Don't just decide to butt in because, I just need one thing. Yeah, no, we're all waiting in line. We all want to get our food. These rules don't stop applying just because you're on a ship. When you're on an excursion, be mindful of the tour group you're with. Stay close to your tour guide. If you get lost and get separated from your tour guide, guess whose fault it is? And guess who's responsible to get their butts back to the ship? Listen to the tour guide. Don't have your own side conversation. There's nothing more annoying than paying to be on an excursion, paying to listen to this tour guide tell you about where you're at and what the history is and the culture, and having to try to hear him or her over the 10 people who are talking about whatever nonsense they want to talk about and not listening. There's plenty of time to talk to the person you came on the cruise with. Let's listen to the tour guide that we all paid to listen to. Excursions. If you're supposed to be at a designated location at a certain time, be there. Be there 10 minutes at a time. If you're worried that you're going to be late, plan on being there at 8:15 instead of 8:30, and that way you won't be late. Don't make the rest of the group wait because you couldn't get your butt out of bed. You won't believe this next insider tip. It's a subtle gesture, but it can transform all of your cruise interactions. Children's etiquette. I already mentioned this earlier. I'm going to mention it again. Just because you are on vacation, parents, doesn't mean that you stop being a parent. Supervise your kids. Make sure they're being respectful. Make sure they're not running. Make sure they're not. The way that they behave at home should be the way that they behave on the ship. If you're going to let them do whatever they want, that's not very nice to anybody else. Make sure that the activities that you put them in, that you get them involved in, are appropriate to their age. Trying to get a 5-year-old into the teen social gathering, not really good for anybody involved, and your 5-year-old's not going to enjoy it. Talk to other passengers. If you're sitting at a main dining room table and you're sitting with another couple or a group, introduce yourself. Say hi. We're Eric and Cheryl. We're from New Jersey. How you guys doing? You will be absolutely amazed at how much more fun you have on your cruise when you're open to talking to other people. They're not going to bite your head off. They're not going to make fun of you because you said hello. And if they do, that's their loss, not yours. There are many different cultures and backgrounds on every cruise ship. And I don't just mean the staff. I'm talking about the passengers. You're going to meet people from the other side of the country, from another continent, from a different religion, a different race, a different creed. Be respectful. I don't care if you like them or not. If you don't like them, okay, just don't talk to them. Etiquette's important. Being respectful is important. You can enjoy your cruise and be respectful. Now that you understand basic cruise ship etiquette, join us next as we reveal whether the Wonder of the Seas lived up to its name. Our experience might surprise you.